What's up, y'all? Come on in here on this 11/11 night. I don't know why I say astrology with SHA BLYSS. It's supposed to say 11/11. They won't let me get no love in here. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. What's up? Get on in here. We live and direct tonight. We just want to talk, shoot the breeze with the people. You know what I'm talking about? What's up? 111, 11/11. Shout out to all of the masters, okay? The master, the initiate. Very fitted. I'm listening to Mr. Magic, Grover Washington, back in the day, y'all. Woo, what y'all know about? You know I'm going to play the music. You know I'm do the thing. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling tonight? Y'all good? Y'all good? Peace, love, and light to everybody in the building on this 11/11. We gonna talk about some things. Let's get it in. Let's talk. I was gonna open up the room. Let's just kick it. Shoot the breeze. I don't have a topic. Just want to get on here with y'all. Haven't been on here in a minute. Want to see what's going on with the family. Hey. We gonna wake up the neighbors tonight. It's 11/11. We getting down. Come on. Hey, that's what's up. Listen, y'all. How y'all doing? How's everybody? How's everybody doing on this 11/11 night? What y'all got for me? I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. I don't know why they don't make these little texts a little bigger. Yeah, I be jamming, honey, all day, every day. The music never cuts off over here. My Neptune thick, my Neptune heavy. I gotta have the music playing all day, every day, all through the night, all through the day. When I go to bed, I put the frequency tones on. When I wake up, I play my little light jazz. Getting on into the afternoon when I'm putting in the work, honey, I put my little hippity-hoppity music on, honey. It's non-stop around here. I even throw on some reggae, some calypso. I was listening to some Bob Marley the other, honey, please. I gets down. Music is everything. Music, we talked about this all the time. You know, I tap into the resonance. Shout out to I Am God frequency with the resonance, honey. I tap into the planetary energy of Neptune because Neptune rules the divine. Will you want to know how you express the divine in astrology? Look for where Neptune is in your chart. All right. We're going to freestyle today. We're just going to talk about astrology, freestyle, and connected to everything. Connected to the master number 11. Woo! Yo, those of you who popping on 11s, 1111, 111, and all of that kind of stuff, you know, those are like angel numbers, they say. But you can also take the number and it connects to a planetary energy. And whatever that planet is doing in your natal chart, that's how you start to connect the dots of who you are and what you were supposed to do on this planet, this lifetime. First, I want to ask y'all feeling this energy shift? Have you felt, put a 1 in the chat if you feeling the energy shift. Put a 1 in the chat if you can feel the energy shift. And it's not a bad shift either. Y'all seen that the crypto and all that just took off out of nowhere. You got to hold on to that thing. I know a lot of people bought into that and they, it keep dropping and y'all get upset and you sell off. You got to look at that shit as your retirement money. You got to look at that shit as your retirement money, honey. Because you never know when that thing... See how the groove just hit my ass? Woo! That's just me. You don't know when it's going to take off, so you got to hold on to it. You got to know how to hedge your bets and leverage and mark up your chart and look when to pull some profits out. I had a reading today. I normally don't do readings on Monday. Monday is my sacred day. See, I'm a Cancer. Cancer's ruled by the moon, and moons is the planetary day of the moon is Monday. And I was told a long time ago, utilize Monday as your sacred days, right? That's why I wear pearls and moonstones, because it's the stone of the Cancerian energy, and it helps balance out the feminine energy as well as intuition and magnetism and all things divine feminine, right? So when I started doing in the silver, if you notice, I always wear silver. That's the metal of the moon, and also the metal, the precious metal of Cancer. And yeah, I buy silver too. And I don't, I won't say I don't like gold, but I prefer silver. You love silver? I love silver, honey. And plus, you know what silver do? Will it protect you from them people? You know them kind of people? Them people that don't like garlic. Honey, when somebody come around, you say they can't stand garlic, get all the garlic out. When they come around you and they tell me I can't stand garlic, you better go get all the bulbs of garlic out. That's a red flag right there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Shout out to everybody in the building. Ooh, I gotta put my charger in. My phone about to go dead. But I'm just trying to say, filter comments similar to those flagged by a comment. What they flagging now? You know what? TikTok about to get on my damn nerves. I swear. They be on some bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? Can't do this, can't do that. There's all this damn censoring and communism shit going on right here. Hold on, y'all. I gotta put my thing on here. If it stay. What? Okay, you know what? I am not gonna fight with you. You wanna act a fool, you gonna act a fool by your damn self. So, I know they always in the building. Yes, in alchemy, Western astrology is used for transits, transmuting metal. Go ahead, whoever that is with all them things going on in your name. You ain't got no name, you just got symbols. Listen, check it. You gotta use both sides of astrology. You want the whole truth? You want the holistic story of you? You have to look at both sides. Don't choose. Don't pick no more. Don't pick one over the other. Where the Scorpios at? Where the Scorpios at? Where the Scorpios at? Put a one in the chat if you a Scorpio. Because you got to take that. And Scorpio energy is fusion. That's why it rules the reproductive system. Because when you fuse two, you bring out 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know, you got triplets. Some women have litters out here. But anyway, it's about fusion, joint, putting things together and creating something, transmutation. The ultimate alchemists of the zodiac are Scorpios. Shout out to the Scorpio. Scorpio rising too. Your planetary ruler in your chart is Mars and Pluto. Shout out to all the Scorpio. Oh, happy birthday, Lacey. It's coming up. Shout out to the Scorpio. Y'all are here to transmute, transform. But the problem with y'all is y'all trying to transmute and transform other people instead of yourself first. You little manipulative asses. Y'all some manipulative. Listen, I know Scorpio in it. I got Moon of Scorpio. Y'all so damn. You still. Oh, shit. You still rolling around on your belly. I got the old school popping. Remember this? All right, that's enough for they flag me or whatever. All this flagging going on. But Scorpio, I'm going to always come back because I know what I'm talking about. I maybe go around the block, but I'm going to come on right it back. Anyway, you got to do with the signs, with astrology, sidereal and tropical. Merge them jokers and watch you come up with the whole truth of you. We've got missing links out here. Missing links out here. You're not manipulative, but maybe in the past. See, that's that book. Come on, I'm going to need you to be honest with yourself. Okay, you've grown. You've grown. That's good because you're supposed to evolve. Okay? What you're supposed to manipulate is energy and transmuting it. Bending energy, not people. Always trying to get people to do shit that you don't want to do. Anyway. Thank you for the follow. Once again, y'all. Another thing I want to talk about. First, I want to give thanks. Thanks and gratitude. Y'all who bought them teas up like that. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to get emotional because you know cancers are waterheads, but I'm going to share a story. But thank you. Couple months, you know, I was in Mexico for a while. I mean, living my best life. And then it was time to come on back here to the States. And I didn't want to do it. I swear I didn't want to leave. I was in heaven where I was. All them people who say don't go to Mexico, this and that, they lying. Mexico got it going on. Mexico is popping. It's more like don't go to the United States. I love Mexico. I love Mexican people. I love the culture. I love the food. I love everything about it. If I was to live somewhere in the world, it would be Mexico. But when it was time to come back, I didn't want to go. I was kicking and screaming about it. And when I got across the border, came back over here, it was like everything reversed on me. The energy was just horrible. Things just went left fast, and I couldn't understand what was going on. And it was depressing, all right? And but I didn't understand what I was going through was like a form of an initiation. Because when you ascend, when you continue, ascension isn't just a one-time thing. There's levels to ascension. And each time it's time for you to go to a next level, it's like you go through an initiation process. And it's not always easy. It's like a test to see if you're going to resort back to your old self, right? And you may be surrounded by that old kind of energy, that the mentality of the energy that surrounds you. You thought you've outgrown that, but then you'll be bombarded with that. And you're really going to have to separate and really go within and depend on your own will to get you through to the next level. Your own knowledge and wisdom and your own belief in yourself that you're going to persevere no matter what. And that little voice, see, there's two voices in your head. There's a loud one and there's a little one. That loud one, that's ego. That's the ego voice trying to get you to just trip out. And then there's that subtle one, that calm one, that's trying to get you to just breathe and relax. And what it's trying to do is get you to have composure so you can get through this storm that's going to get you to the next level. Well, honey, let me tell you, the storm was kicking left and right. From like, I got back here in July. From July all the way through September was the worst time of the whole year for me. It was just horrible. And things were just going left and right. And I was just getting hit with a whole lot of situations. And I just didn't understand. But that little voice just kept saying, baby, just keep going forward. You on the right path. Just keep walking. All of this, I'm telling you this, all of you guys, when you in the middle of the storm, don't veer. Don't go left, don't go right. And above all, don't turn back. Just keep moving forward. Winds is blowing. All kind of shit is coming. You got to put your hood on, your raincoat on. And you just got to just keep moving forward regardless of who falls off and who comes in. And just realize that it's for a reason you going through this shit. It's for a reason you being tested. You're like, how often I got to go through this? Honey, I pretty much had to release everything. Listen to me when I tell you. I had to just let go of whatever wanted to let go. And one thing I wasn't going to compromise on was my character, my dignity, who I was. I'm not going to let anybody disrespect me, use me, blow me off, whatever. I'm not going to allow myself to live in my south node. And I had to make choices that normally you would be afraid to make if you lived a life of codependency. So in Eastern astrology, or sidereal astrology, my south node, which represents the south, which represents your past or your past life, or all the things you've done in the past. Most of us are comfortable in our south node. We don't want to leave. My south node is in the 4th house in Libra in Eastern astrology or sidereal. So I'm comfortable at home in the house, and I'm comfortable in partnerships and relationships. If you stay in that realm, at the end of the day, all you are going to achieve for yourself is more karmic debt. If you live in your south node, all you are going to achieve that lifetime is more karmic debt. I want you to hear me when I'm telling you, okay? And people are going to come around, and thank you about my necklaces. I appreciate that. People are going to come around and try to keep you in that south node. But the north node is your promise that you made of what you were going to achieve this lifetime. My north node is in Aries in the 10th house in Eastern astrology. So you would miss that if you're just focusing on Western astrology, because it places it in Scorpio south node, Taurus north node. So I'll just be focusing on all Taurus things and missing the Aryan side of it, the Aries side of it. Now, Aries means you're going to have to do this by yourself. Aries means you're going to have to put yourself first. Aries means, yeah, you did the partnership thing with Libra last lifetime, but this time you're going to have to take the initiative. You're going to have to take the wheel. You're going to have to navigate your course. You're going to have to be your own trailblazer. If you're not looking at the other side of the chart, you're going to miss that. You see what I'm saying? So, all through the initiation, through the storm, that little voice was saying, ain't nobody coming to rescue your ass. You're going to have to get through this storm by yourself. Aries, you're going to have to test that Aries north node. This is what it's going to take for you to walk in your purpose. And all that Libra shit, we're going to squash all that. And everything Libra was gone. Everything Libra was leaving me. All that scorpionic energy, the transformation had to take place. And I had to learn that, let it go. Let it go. Let it all go. Just let them have it. Let it go. And that's what I did. And I let everything go. And I lost some things. Like I used to live in Atlanta. And before I left and went to Mexico, I put all my stuff in storage. As time went on, I got back. I had to let it all go. I gave a lot of stuff away. I told people to go in there and take what you want. Whatever you want, it's gonna go bye-bye. I couldn't hold on to those things anymore. But I had drove all the way to Atlanta and went and got all the stuff that I needed. Not the stuff that I wanted, the stuff that I needed. And I left the rest of that shit there. So you're going to have to walk away and not be afraid of saying goodbye to things. And then being around certain energies and certain people to really see where they at. and if they're where you're going. And if you always find yourself arguing with people, always trying to plead your case, or always trying to show them something, and they fighting you in the conversation, because you're not here to exhaust yourself, exhaust your energy, try to get people to see what maybe they're not meant to see. The goal is you got to see it. It's for your eyes only. So you're going to have to walk in that and not be afraid to say, all right, no hard feelings, but peace. This ain't for me. This ain't for you. We not for each other. Peace. And continue walking in your North Node. All right. Some people are here to learn about being in relationships. If your North Node is in Libra and your South Node is in Aries, well, last lifetime it was all about you. It was all about you, what you wanted to do, and doing things your way. This lifetime, you need to learn what it's like to be in a partnership. You need to quell the ego, because Aries, and you really and stop being so aggressive and so assertive, and learn how to take the back seat and learn how to be more of a counselor or an advisor to your partner, as opposed to you being in charge of it and running stuff and thinking it's all about you. Especially if you got your North Node in the 7th house, you're here to learn how to play in the sandbox. You're here to learn how to build relationships. You're here to learn how to be in a partnership and move away from the Aries energy. See, I used to be in relationships where I would have these great ideas, and someone in a relationship would come with their idea, and I would quell everything I wanted to do. I put it to the back burner and was a part of everything they wanted to do. And it always blew up in my face, because that's the reversal of what I'm supposed to do. So this is why we stack karma. If you don't know your divine purpose, and you look at it from both sides of the charts, okay? You got to see it holistically, Eastern and Western astrology. You can't pick. I strongly advise you to use both sides. Those of you who study astrology, look at the Western and the Eastern. I mean, you can't discount one over the other. Some people do, but that's like halfway doing it, right? So all this to say, I know I'm going all over with this long ass story. I lost a lot. I was trying to do the partnership thing and it blew up. It did not work. And so I'm sitting there wondering what I'm going to do now, right? So I went back to doing what I do, what I can do alone by myself. And then a lot of people were asking me about the products, about the teas, about everything. Now, I always made my own tea. I always made my own tea blend. So I was forced pretty much to start making my own tea blends again, because so many people were asking about it. Shout out to I Am God Frequency for really helping me get through this rough patch and sending me these powerful frequencies and tones. If y'all don't know I Am God Frequency, make sure you go follow her, because she really hooked the sister up, if you know what I'm talking about. She hooked me up, and I ain't gonna lie, I was skeptical in the beginning about these tones. I really was. Like, she could hook up these tones and send them to your home. Like, I don't know how they do this shit. And it worked. And within a week, I started feeling this energy, right? Because she's sending these frequencies to your home. Don't ask me how they do this shit. And to your phone and all kind of stuff. And it's like, and I can just feel the shift taking place internally. Then she'll send you these tones, these frequencies that gets rid of parasites. I ain't gonna talk about the bathroom runs. I was like, yo, what the hell? So all through the storm, I was going through a cleanse internally and externally. And there's a lot of things when you detox, you are releasing. And in order, you have to release in order to receive. And if you try to hold on to the things that the universe is trying to remove, all you're going to do is block your blessings and stack more karmic debt for your ass. Y'all got to get this now. Because I'm not the only one that's going through challenges, whereas you don't know what you're going to do and you're trying to hold on to shit because you think you need it. But the spirits, is your ancestors, God, whatever you want to call your highest self, the divine source of all things is saying, baby, I'm trying to help you fulfill your promise. Let the shit go. Literally. Honey, I started letting it all go. And then in walks other people. Shout out to Strange Wordplay. The God, Strange Wordplay. We had a couple of conversations. And shout out to the Booker Johnson. Shout out to Rashad the Poet. These energies of these higher frequencies and vibrations, even though we may have connected once or twice, you guys don't realize how much elevation you brought into my life. All right. And then I went on this plant medicine journey. My life totally transformed, totally transmuted. And then all of a sudden, little miracles started to happen on a spiritual level. And then the quantum leaping started taking place and the timeline changes started happening. And the next thing you know, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm looking like a totally different person. This shit real, y'all. I'm just trying to share the story with you that I'm going, the stuff that I went through the past couple of months, and it's quick. Once you just release, it happens quickly. 60 days. I don't even think it's 90 days. I say 60 days. Quantum leaping. So it's just amazing. Anyway, make a long story short, I embarked upon a journey of going ahead and doing something that I've always been doing, but on a grander scale. And so I took a chance on myself. Aries, North Node, you have to take a chance on yourself. You're going to have to do it on your own. And all this to say, if I didn't do that, this is the second time. This is what I'm talking about, initiations and levels to ascension. The first time is when I was going to do MahMah Tea. I didn't want to, y'all know the story. Put the age filter on, what? But look what happened. A year later, I'm tested again. Now I have to go into this realm of making these teas and this and that. But this is medicine for me and medicine for those who touch it. And I'm putting my heart and my soul into this thing. And I'm going to tell y'all, I released it. This is why it's important for you to get on my emailing list. All I did was send out the email. And in 2 days, I sold out. I couldn't have done this if I didn't listen, and if I didn't know, and if I didn't move forward through that storm. Because when the clouds break, let the sun shine in, baby. Let the sun shine in. And I'm saying this to motivate you guys and inspire you guys, no matter how dark it gets. And you losing it all. Let it go. let that shit go, because you don't need it. And it's making room for something bigger and better to come your way. And you may not even know what that is, but if you hear that little voice saying, just keep going. Don't sweat that shit. Keep going forward. You on the path. What's happening is the energy that's coming around is trying to deter you from the path. You hear me? You hear me, y'all? So, astrology is the truth if you understand how to read it. People do it to try to tell the future and all of that. It's more about learning your season and the timing for you. Right? And none of this shit is going to manifest for you if you're not walking in your divine purpose. All you're going to get is more karmic contracts. You know what I'm saying? So it's imperative that you learn your North Node on both sides of the fence, and then learn how to merge that energy. Mastery of self, honey. Those are the keys. Who else you gonna master? Who else is here? I mean, you all in everybody else's business, following this one, this president stuff, all of this foolishness. People, I've been told y'all, leave that shit alone. Like, it's a game. It pulls you on your energy. Your energy, you know what your energy is? Your emotions. Look at everybody all sad and all. Not me. I'm happy as hell right now. I'm telling you, I was sad a couple months ago, but I'm happy as a lot right now. So, because I tuned all of that stuff out and I focused on what I had to do, I was forced to focus. Because when you in the storm, you got no choice but to focus. And there was some days, I'm telling you, I didn't want to get out the bed. I didn't want to get out the bed. If I ain't have this dog, that's the only reason why I got out the bed, because he got to go for a walk. And I'll be there, you better not make it my house. So I had to take him out. That's the only reason. And then after I took that medicine, I started seeing the dimensional shift started taking place. And it's just phenomenal. And then you're forced to deal with your shadow, even more and more sides of your shadow. When you're in that dark place, you're in that dark place to deal with your shadow, to deal with the energy of the shadow now. So I had to tap into the Scorpio and the Libra energy. You know what I'm saying? Got to tap into, when you going through that bleak, dim, that means the universe is saying shadow work time. Shadow work time, because you need to ascend now. And you're not going to ascend until you deal with that inner work, that inner trauma, right? And had to go in and meditate and go do some more ancestral cleaning. And then that affirmation came. Listening to them tones and them frequencies and taking that affirmation, shout out to God frequency. And then they kept coming, and they were all coming around the time Mercury was in retrograde. I believe it was in Virgo, and Libra, depending upon sidereal or tropical. I think it was in Libra. And Libra also deals with contracts, and Mercury deals with the words as well as agreements. So through the movement and the transits of the stars, they're playing out around us, right? They have an effect on us whether you believe in astrology or not. It's going to have an effect on you. It's playing you, it's tugging you and pulling you, and you don't know what's going on until you pull up the charts, and you got to learn how to read it, read the signs, and you're starting to see, oh, it's this. This is what's going on. Then when you see it's that, then you can say, well, what does it mean? Let me interpret this. Let me dig in to find out what it means. And then it unravels everything. You're going to like, then you know what you should be focusing on in the moment during these times. It's the season for some clearing out, detoxing, and shadow work. Because once you clear that out, now you are lighter. You can't ascend in heaviness, in burdens, in depressions, in setbacks. You got to clear that shit out so you can ascend for the next season. Know what I'm saying? Listen, you enjoyed the retrograde. Let me tell you, those of you who are born with Mercury retrogrades, that's your season. Well, everybody going crazy. You should be able to see clearly and take inventory and really collect all the jewels during that time. It's cleanup time for those of us born with Mercury retrograde. It's our time. Let them go crazy. Those people who are born with Mercury retrograde have an ability to see what most can't see. There's markers in your chart for psychic energy, clairvoyance, empaths, clairaudient, telepathy. There's markers in your chart that let you know that you have these gifts. Listen, everybody got gifts. Everybody got that. Some stronger than others. So when you know you were born with a Mercury retrograde, honey, I would be getting the calendar out and mark it. Always get an astrological calendar. Llewellyn, I think, is one of the best ones out there until somebody gives him some competition. Hint, hint. But you could start marking your calendars because this happens 3 or 4 times a year, right? So you need to start marking that and then know where your Mercury is in your chart. So now you'll see how that Mercury will be aspecting your Mercury retrograde. Like, this is why they tell us don't be doing this. If I had 1 penny for every reading that I've done, I don't even say reading, consultation that I've done, and they tell me, yeah, well, you know, I didn't do it because of the church. Yeah, I never really tapped into it because of the church. I'll be a millionaire. Why do you think they tell you that? Because of the church. Honey, I walked away from that thing eons ago. That's why they there. That's why the church is there. To prevent you from growing esoterically, metaphysically, financially, psychologically, physically, all the leads. That's what the church is for. That church ain't to save you. The church ain't there to help you grow. That church is, please, that's the dark. I think those are some of the darkest places on earth, is them churches. It's a game. It's deception, full of lies, and full of diddy parties. You seen them reverends all up at the white party. Them pictures of all them reverends up there at the white party. What you doing there? That's why I got to keep my tea around, honey. What you think they doing over there? They been doing that shit in there. That's what it was built on. That's what it was built for. Do we have to get into that? Because I could get into that. That's right up my alley on this 11/11 day. Portals open. Scorpio, we need to talk about the dark secrets. That's what Scorpio energy is about. This is when you do all your shadow work during Scorpio season. This is the best time to go into the underworld, baby, and tap in and find out what's going on. And water signs are your psychic signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. During those seasons is when you can see beyond the veil. Put a 1 in the chat and you hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you hear me now. We're going to get into these esoteric energies tonight. Yes, we is. I'm always feeling something on me. Like, what? Who's that? Wait for me here. Them little... I'm going to talk about it. That's for another time. Y'all need to know all about that. I love y'all. I really appreciate y'all being up here. This is an impromptu. I said I'm just going live, talk to the people, whatever the downloads come. I don't plan this. I don't have no schedule. I don't have none of that. I just come on here when the spirit moves me, and the spirit has been moving. I said, oh, it's 1-1. Let me go on here, holler at the people. Let's talk this talk. Let's build on this. You know what I'm talking about? Because this is important to know, and y'all need to know when to tap in. Scorpio season, tap. With a magnifying glass. Get your magnifying glass, investigate, unravel, go into the depths. Go to the underworld, find out what the hell going on. Be nosy. Because once you know the truth, once all the darkness is uncovered, then you'll be able to transmute that energy and transform that energy, clear out that energy, right? Transformation happens during Scorpio season. What you think is here for? Right? They start you out with Halloween, then it's All Saints Day, and then your little political things is happening all in that week. Have you noticed that all that's happening in that week? You notice that? And y'all all just all in it, running to be a part of the shit instead of you doing your own internal work. Transformation takes place during that time. The changing of the guards, right? Going down into this is, what's that? That's in Taurus. Full moon in Taurus. That video is going to be coming out. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and hit the link in bio. Every month I do the new moon and the full moon, and the full moon will be in Taurus. And we're getting close to it, right? In probably another 5 days, about a week, if that. Taurus is about eating food, folks, and fun, and some money. Taurus energy. Also being is perseverance as well. Agriculture, land, anything that deals with value. Now that's on the western side, right? So what this basically mean, this full moon will probably really be in Aries. I'm gonna have to tap in on that. Stay tuned. Full moon in Aries. Oh God. Might be a little volatile out here in these streets, y'all. So be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Just wrote our manifestations with our daughter. Check it. I got some wind now talking about the 5D frequency energy. I'm gonna let her follow I am God frequency. I'm gonna let her explain that. But we're moving away from saying manifestation to resonance or resonating. Now, there's a big difference when you really think about the word resonating than manifesting, right? Manifesting is something you got to put in the work to do. But resonating is when you on the frequency of whatever it is you're trying to materialize. You got to match the frequency. When you understand that, because that little dark side always trying to creep in, and put your ass back down here in the depths. But you can shatter that when you resonate on a higher frequency. That means seeing where it is you want to be, seeing where it is and matching that with the energy or the frequency resonating on what it is you are seeing in your inner eye. Because the age of Aquarius moves from the Pisces energy, which is emotional, right? Because when you manifest, you got to use the emotion, right? Right? When you manifest things, you got to match it with the emotion. But when you're resonating, you're matching it with the frequency, the mentalism, right? The universal laws is mentalism. All is mentalism. So you got to match the energy and see it. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to, peace and motherhood. I create. And see it. Right, that I am, right? The I am. So the 7 chakras, we need to change the affirmations. You can't stay the same in a different age as you switch over. This is why you're seeing people pull away. This is the split that you're seeing because they're trying to hold on to an old paradigm and bring it into a new one. It doesn't work that way. You're going to have to shift. Excuse me. I see my little sweat beads under my eye. You're going to have to shift. Frequency. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to really understand what resonance means because it's mental. Back what I was saying, the age of Aquarius is an air sign. It's not a water sign, even though it's holding a tub of water, pouring it out on the earth. It's not an air. I don't know why people think, I understand why you think it is, but it's not. Aquarius energy is an air sign energy. And air represents everything, intellect, speaking, relation, networking, being with like minds. So air signs, now the Trinity takes over. The triage takes over with the air signs. So Pisces was working with the water signs, right? Working with Scorpionic energy, working with Cancerian energy, working with Piscean energy, right? Now we're switching over to the air elements. So we're going to be working with Gemini energy, Aquarian energy, Libra energy. So when you look at these signs, what do they represent? Because they're air signs, right? They're air signs. So Aquarian's air sign is the higher octave of the mind. Shout out to Uranus. Not Uranus. You know what I'm talking about. Also Saturn. Because Saturn is the original ruler or traditional ruler of Aquarius. But it takes on a different frequency in Aquarius than it does in Capricorn. Right? So even that planet changes its frequency when it enters into another element or constellation. That means you got to do that shit too. That means you got to rock like that too. You're going to have to get out your feelings and really get into the conscious thought. When they say Christ consciousness, that's moving from Pisces straight into Aquarius because now the consciousness deals with all, humanity, the collective, universal, multiversal. That's Aquarius coming out of that Piscean fish. The fish jumped out the water. Now it's flying in the air. You got to do that. You got to do that. You feel me? Shout out to everybody giving me the likes. Shout out everybody giving me the love. I appreciate that. All the gifts. Thank you so much. But I'm trying to break this down. The higher mind. Who said that? Into the mind of Christ. The mind of Christ is the collect. I was talking to somebody about this today. You know, the Bible really is a metaphysical book about your ass. You think it's about all these different characters and this and that. It's an esoteric book. When you got to read it on an esoteric, metaphysical level, you can't be taking that shit literal. Like it's been rewritten, revised, remixed. It's been remixed about 1 million different times. But when you get to the core of it, put your name in the names that they talking about, and then it takes on another frequency. It's a book of magic, for real, for real. It's a book of magic. I'm just saying. I don't know. Some of y'all may not be ready. Y'all still in the church. Y'all still in there waiting for the, whatever. But it's all broken down in a way. You got to read it from an esoteric standpoint, because it's going to answer so much more for you than you really just looking at it the way that we were taught to look at it. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a book of magic, honey. Yes, it is. It's esoteric, and they're using it on your ass every day. Yes, they are. That book of Psalms, honey. Y'all know. The sisters is in the room, old school. Put a 1 in the chat if you know about the book of Psalms. Put a 1 in the chat if you know the power of the book of Psalms. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1. All the old girls. All the old girls. Don't matter what color you is. Black, white, in between, my Latina. We going to start speaking Espanol, because I was down in Mexico, honey. They already know. Put a 1 in the chat. You know what I'm talking about. 111. Shout out 11. Put 4 ones. 1111. Put the triple. Put the quads in there. Quad ones. Quad ones in the building. Put the quad ones in the building. You know what I'm talking about. All the rest of y'all trying to come in here, trying to see if I'm Illuminati, trying to see if I'm down with the secret society, trying to see. Go ahead, have a seat. Go on, sit down. You want to come sit in the front? You want to sit right here? Come sit right here. Y'all tickle me with that shit. Y'all be tickling me with that shit there. And I play on that all day. Okay, come over here and sit right here. Right there. Because I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you the truth. And it's a truth that it's going to shatter you. Shatter that paradigm. Now, you ain't never going to hear me to tell you to go bow down and pray and call on somebody outside you. Ever. You ain't never going to. I always said, and I'm always going to stand on God live in you. Not outside you. Now, you better be mindful of those who want you to bow down and pray to something outside yourself. Because that God you worshiping just might be the devil. Don't believe me? Look at the history. Look at the history of these gods they told you to bow down and worship. And wonder why men treat women the way that they do. Now y'all about to get me to turn in a MahMah Tea in here without the filter. Y'all about to get me to turn in. I'm about to channel this thing down here. You wonder why men treat women the way they do is because they gods treat them like that. I heard this boy say, your body ain't your body. What that shit they saying? Well, whose body is it? Your body don't belong to you. What the hell that boy say? Look here. Women. How many of y'all live in an open carry state? They act like that because they gods act like that. And you've been swallowing that pill since they rammed it down your throat. Now I'm going to talk to the white women for a second. Let me talk to the white women because I know you ain't here. Shout out to my white sisters. Listen here. I was talking to a good old friend of mine, and y'all be trying to knock on the back door. Want to know about our magic. Let me tell you something. You better go. Y'all got magic too. You better go. And it's in your DNA, just like it's in ours. I'm saying him. Don't call out them names. You better go tap in to some of your ancestors who knew. And that's all I'm gonna say. Who knew? Because listen, when you get down to the get down, baby, you all you got. And a lot of y'all been abused and misused just like us. Now, fellas, I ain't trying to get on y'all. The divine masculines, this ain't about y'all. It's about them sons of them other ones. I got a sense of myself sometimes. Ain't about the divine masculines. So don't get your panties in a bunch. It's about them other ones that's like they father, who has been abusing women since they got here because they like their daddy. And women, you been on this planet longer than they daddy was. They got you thinking that it began with this entity and this being that wrote that book. He didn't even write the book. That book been plagiarized and written by all these different cultures, and they just put all these little pieces together in this guy named James. And if you look on the history with him and his demonology having ass, that's why it's a spell. And you talk about, when I said the Bible's full of magic, somebody said the Bible's full of magic. I always question mark. Who you think King James was? Put a 1-1-1-1. Put the quad ones up in there. Put the quad ones in the chat if you hear me for today. Put the quad ones in the building if you hear a sister saying what a sister is saying. Put them quad ones. That's what I'm talking about. And another one of the high magicians in there. Solomon. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a hot-ass magician. He was. All of them in there, they all been working that magic. They said, live gonna end if I don't put this little piece of puzzle in here. Hold on, y'all. I'm back. Solomon was another one. They all in there. You just ain't reading in between the lines, a little shit, shamalama ding dong they be doing in that piece. And they gonna talk about the women like we ain't this and that. That's what I'm saying. What's up? Realize how biased this thing is. I said, do a hell with this. No. No. And when I did that, all my power came right on back to me. That fear left because they want to fear in what you. They instill the fear in you first. So you scared to death to move around. Now you prisoner in the shit. You a prisoner in your body, and they giving you all these laws and shit. Then it's keeping you away from your true divine self, your true divine power. Because in your mind is telling you, in your heart, you know, this shit ain't adding up. But honey, and so many young girls born with these spiritual gifts because the bloodline never died. From the first mothers that came here, from all the different star systems that came here first. You think that bloodline went somewhere? You think that it died out? Honey, they still, the more they going around excavating all these giants all over this planet, it's just awakening us, activating us. Y'all keep digging. Keep on digging. Dig up. Dig it all up, honey. It's just activating us. And the more we get activated, them storms get to coming. And them tornadoes and them earthquakes get to coming because we awakening. the quad ones in the chat if you hear me. I better slow down on this Blue Lotus tea. I'm telling you, it opened me up like crazy. Now look, what it does for me may not do for you. Y'all take it easy when you get this tea now. Don't be guzzling it on. Go slow. Y'all know we crazy. Some of y'all crazy as hell. Y'all just want to get there. Ain't put in no work. Ain't put in nothing. You just want to get right there. Take the express. Hell with the local. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all just want to get right on there. Move out the way. Front of the line. Go down it like a 40. They gonna be calling me, tell Mama, I got a headache. It made my stomach hurt. What the hell was you doing? You trying to get there, huh? You think you missed out? You done missed out on years, huh? Messing around with them damn religions and them damn churches. You done missed out there. You trying to take the express. It don't work like that, baby. It don't work like that, baby. Take your time. You still here. You got time. You said, as long as you get on that path, baby, you all right. You gonna be all right. Some of y'all. Jamaica, I know. Jamaica, Cuba. I'm telling you, shit is popping. It's time. Because, listen, baby, if we about to change the age, we going to change from one element to another. We going from one frequency to another, from one constellation to another. You think the earth going to stay the same? She going to change with it. It's a part of it. It's a part of it. It's a part of the shift. It's a part of the dynamic of things. It's just what it is. And the more you just embrace that, you be in attunement with it, and you're going to be right where you need to be. You got to let go of the fear. Because you know who's scared for real, for real? I'm going to tell you who's scared for real, for real. All the people in the church. All the people in them cathedrals. All the people in them high-ranking governments. All them shadow governments. All them people, the puppet master. Terrified. They've been tinkering with time and tinkering with this and tinkering with shit. They've been tinkering with all these machines and shit. They got people dying 7 times and 8 times and all these people dying again. They can't even, there's so many glitches going on. They can't even fucking stop it. They losing it. Like, they going crazy right now. They got to make you crazy too. They plugging this in and zapping themselves and they doing this and that. Soon they all gonna just run. They gonna be running. You gonna turn on the news and be like, boo. Like, damn, what happened to ain't nobody working today? They gonna be running the tapes over and over and over and over again. That's what's happening. Can't you see it? Like, come on, y'all. Can't y'all see this shit? You can't feel this energy. This is it, baby. This that quantumness. This is a part of it, though. Like, and we're in Scorpio season, so we're in the midst of the transformation. We're in that Mars Plutonian energy. Mars activates. Pluto transforms after it destroys some shit. After it desecrates some shit. So Pluto is, goddamn. Can you take it easy on us a little bit? But Pluto is, that's why it's way out there in the universe. Because it's a little planet that pack a powerful punch. They want to call it a dwarf planet. They don't know what to do with Pluto. Just like they don't know what to do with Uranus. And y'all better be... You think Pluto is something? Uranus ain't no punk either. Uranus gonna have everybody topsy turvy, left and right, back and forth, up and down. Shout out to all Aquarians in the building. Shout out to all the Aquarians. Y'all know they crazy too. But they, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of energy, I guess it has its place. Better get used to it. Better get used to it. Important to stay grounded, out of the way. Yeah. What's your rising sign? Cancer. Cancer rising sign on the east and west. Freedom and originality. Freedom, inventiveness. Now, let's talk about the good side. Because, I like balance. All right. The great side of Aquarian energy is the genius, the ingenuity, right? The breakthroughs, medical breakthroughs, scientific breakthroughs, information, technology. I mean, you've seen all of this shit happening now, right? That's Uranus Aquarian energy. And it really wants to do it for the benefit of the collective. And it's really not much into how you feel about shit. It's about how you think. And it really wants to connect with other like-minded individuals. And it's into all weird kind of shit too. Like weird shit. Like different, out-the-box, eccentric energy. I always give this example, like the crazy-ass story of Benjamin Franklin, right? Big fat white dude going out in the rain, the thunderstorm with a fucking kite and the key at the end of it. Who do that? But let the story go. This is how he discovered electricity. That whole story is to show you how weird Aquarians are. Show you how weird Aquarian asses are. But through their weirdness and their quirkiness and their ways, just because they're different, they discover great things, amazing things. We won't have these great discoveries if we don't have Aquarius energy around us, right? That's Aquarius. And also, Aquarian energy, they can be the best friends ever because they're not going to be judgmental. They don't care if you got mismatched socks on, your hair ain't done, you ain't take a bath today. Like, they don't care. They care about the friendship, like the connection, right? The connection that they have with you. And they're going to be loyal to you unless you mess up. Then you're going to be gone with the wind. You won't be able to, they ain't going to fuck with you no more. They'll be cool, whatever, but they ain't really going to mess with you. But the uniqueness, the individual, so Aquarian energy, you have to be an individual. You have to be unique, have to be different. And that's what makes them special. That's what makes them powerful. All right? That's what makes them like geniuses. Yeah. Shout out to Aquarians. Where would the world be without them? We would have no breakthroughs, no inventions, and also, now, tell an Aquarian, they not allowed to do something. Them and Sagittarians, don't get them two together. Don't tell a Sagittarius or an Aquarian they can't do something. They gonna do it just because. They gonna do the shit just because. These are the biggest rebels of the zodiac. The biggest Aquarius are the biggest rebels, and Sagittarius are the biggest outlaws. Don't tell. A Sagittarius on the wild side will break every law imaginable. They don't know no damn boundaries, and they self-righteous. But that's just part of their personality. But get them two together, honey. That's those are the biggest gangsters on the planet. Them two together, and throw a Scorpio in the mix, honey. That's where the mafia probably was created. Because Someone think because mafia is what they call it, mafia, right? Mafia, my family, my familia, right? That's mafia, mi familia, right? So they're doing it for the family, even if though they killing everybody and robbing everybody and racketeering and doing all kind of shit, breaking all kind of laws, smuggling in the booze and all kind of stuff. You know, we're doing it for the family. So they think. But that's the, the mindset of some of these signs when they get together in a room could be quite dangerous. Or you could get them in the room and they could be quite brilliant. I don't know, you a user, you ain't even got no name. You just a number. How you ain't change your username? Why you ain't, don't be asking me what's my sign. You ain't got no picture. You ain't got no name. Who you work for? Who sent you? Asking me these personal questions. You ain't even got no damn picture. You ain't got no user. You user 1792822. That's a prison number. Coming in here asking me all this goddamn shit. You got a prison number. I'm just saying. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all all right now? I'm gonna bring on some people. You want to talk? Let's talk for a little bit. I think I got to go to the bathroom. All of this tea was going on. Can I put this on pause while I go tinkle? Because I'm gonna be dancing in my seat. You know how little kids be doing? They be playing a video game. They got to go to the bathroom. They be like, what's wrong with you? I got to pee. Well, go to the damn bathroom. Wait a minute. I got to get this level. Hold on. I ain't going to be doing that. I will end this damn show first. See, hold up. It's getting late. I'll get silly when it get past my bedtime. Don't be laughing at me, y'all. Race to the bathroom. I know. I got to, hold up. Can I put this on? How you do it? Can you pause the live? How you pause the live? Let me go here. Oh, nope. It's saying end now. I ain't trying to end now. I don't know how to pause the live. So we going to end the show then. Because I ain't going to have y'all hanging up. 444 in the building. I don't know how to pause it. How you do it? Let me see. Pause live. I'll be right back, y'all. Y'all go ahead and keep yourselves company. All right, y'all, I'm back. Thank you for holding on, honey. That was a great thing. I want to fill up my tea a little bit more. It's strong, too. Now, those of you who bought the tea, let me tell you something. I told you to take it easy on it, but it's on you. I got these little strainers that come with it, so you could do like a glass at a time. Some of y'all bought the strainers, the stainless steel strainers. They're really cool. You could fill that up. And you can let it sit in your tea for a little bit. That makes a really good cup about this size. Really great cup. But it's on you. Also, the wise elder. Let me go ahead and show you. I done sold out, but hold on. Let me see if I got something in here. You know, when you start showing stuff on TikTok want to start acting crazy. So check this out, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? Now, there's in the centerpiece of the blue lotus, a lot of people pick that out and don't put that in the tea. Honey, that's where the power at. So I made sure I left them. So if you get some of these yellow chunks in here like this, honey, soak that. Anyway. But this one here, this has now become my favorite, baby. This one has elderberries. It got honey bush tea. That's from South Africa, honey. There's some good shit in here. This got burdock root, dandelion root, blueberries. Honey, this like when I made this, I said, I like this one better. This one here, y'all sleeping on this wise elder with the elderberries in it. You know, it's time for the elderberry. This thing right here. And I also added some white lotus flowers. I just set them at the top. So if you want to try it, I didn't mix it in yet because I just came up with this bright idea. I said, I should put the white the white lotus flower in here. So I did. I put a couple flowers in. Those of you who ordered it, this batch here, it's the whole flower. So you could take the whole flower out. It's dried. And you could just drop it in your cup and drink it with this. And just get the taste of it. Because a lot of people may not want it mixed in there. Because the lotus has a certain taste to it. And you're going to have to learn how to blend it right. But this, honey, I got a few bags of this left. But it's gone. This all here, this gone here. This is over with till the next batch come. So if you haven't subscribed to my VIP email list, you're going to have to do that, right? It's on my webpage. So you got to go to my webpage and subscribe to it. The link is in the bio, okay? Because I sent out the alert to those on my email list first. I send out the alert there. And y'all get heads up about 12 to 24 hours before I release it to everybody else. That's why it sell out so fast. Because those are my real people, right? And those people been following MahMah Tea from day one. My day ones, right? I had a YouTube channel, over 135 subscribers. I still got it. And they start tinkering with that. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start a new channel. And I started a new channel. And I told folks to come over there. I got about 10,000 people over there. Those are my real ones. And I just focus on that channel. I don't even mess with the other one with 135 people. Because half of them probably just, I don't know what they is. But my real people, my 10,000 people, I'm cool with that. Those my people. And I make all my videos on there for y'all. And y'all told y'all to get on my VIP list. And y'all got on that list. And y'all got your tea first. And I'm always, I got favorites. So, everybody's the same. No, they're not. No, they not. Everybody is not the same. They not. I'm going to just be real. Your mama got a favorite child on at the bunch. And all you mamas in here with about 17 kids, one of them is your favorite. Don't say, I love all my children the same. No, you don't. You love all your babies. But there's that one baby. You know you got that one baby. I was that one baby. I was. So, I got one baby, one for real, one baby. She's my number one. I said, when she was younger, I said, you want another brother and sister? She said, no. I said, you don't want a little brother and sister? She said, no. I said, God damn. She want to be number one, and she Aries. So, there you have it. There you have it. No, okay, in astrology, one of your kids will be your North Node. That's another little hint. The universe always trying to get you right. One of them children you got gonna be your North Node. whether it's sidereal or tropical. My North Node is sidereal is in Aries, and they made sure I had me. My only child is an Aries. Making sure, listen here, that's the way you need to go. You see this one right here? That's the one you need to be looking at. What's your question, baby? Somebody said one question. Joshua 369. What's your question, boo? But that's normally the case. Because you're always reminded. Aries ain't sharing a damn thing. Y'all selfish. You have 3 children in another. You must be hard-headed. Your spirit guide said, we're going to do this 3 times. 3 times. If you miss this, that's your ass. If you ain't going to pick up on this, we did it 3 times. If you miss this clue, we like this. It's in your face. We don't know what to tell you. Don't bring your ass back up here if you ain't take care. We done gave you 3 big, juicy clues. You missed it. Send it to another planet. Twins are born. Well, what about twins? Which one of them your favorite? Or that means double the time you done figured out. What's the question about twins, honey? Because twins are not born at the same time. That's why twins are always going to be different. Joshua, yes, we all have more than one sign. We're all 12 signs, baby. We are all 12 signs. It's just that your sun was in the constellation of that sign when you were born. So if you were born April 1st, the sun was just in the constellation of Aries. But you got the moon, you got Mars, you got Jupiter, you got Pluto, you got Saturn, you got Venus, you got Mercury. They are all in signs. And all of those planets have a different expression, or they mean different things. So wherever they're placed in that sign, the day you were born, when you took your first breath, that's why we ask for your time. When you take your first breath, your soul takes a snapshot of the stars to remind you of who you are, because you come from the stars. Did you know that you was a star, baby? You star born, baby. You made it through all them little tadpoles your daddy done shot up in your mama. Yeah, I said tadpoles. Shot up in your mama. And her vaginal juices said, shut them down, kill every last one of them little worms coming in here. Kill them. And they racing to the sun, that egg that's glowing in the dark, that big ass egg, and all them little damn little reptilians that's going to that egg, running, racing. And one got in there, she sealed it off. And some go in there and split. And so, have you ever seen some of them sperms under a microscope? Some of them look crazy as hell. That's why you be having them crazy ass kids. Look at some of them things on the micro. Sisters, you need to be watching who you laying up with, because he got some crazy little sperm cells running around there. You gonna have some crazy ass kids. His diet gotta be right. His diet gotta be, he eating all that dairy and all that kind of stuff, all that cow's pus. He doing all that pork and all, eating all that. He's sweating and he breathing like snot always in the back of his throat. You better not be letting him up in there. Put a quad one in the, put them quads up if you hear me. Put a quad up if you hear me. Put a quad up in the building if you hear me what I'm talking about. Put them quads up. Put them quad ones up. Put them quad ones up if you know what I'm talking about. God damn, we talking about some real shit. You know, listen, I don't go live often, but when I go live, a chick go live. You hear me? A chick go live. Who said too late now? Oh, shit. That's why the world crazy now. Crazy ass kids, you done born in hell with them crazy ass men that was eating all kind of shit, breathing all heavy and snotty. My Venus in Virgo, honey, I can't be dealing with if you ain't well kept. You gotta be groomed and smelling good, all kind of shit, honey, for me to just look at you. Then I gotta get your birth date. I ain't playing around. I learned from my mistakes. Shit. I'm so for real about this shit here. This real shit, like, y'all gotta understand your power. That's why they don't want us learning astrology. Because, sisters, when you start learning astrology, you ain't even gonna want to know their name. The hell with their name. What's your birthday? Even, baby, can I have your number? No, but can I have your birthday? Give me your birth date first. Okay, guys, those of you who are scientific, we need y'all to make these apps that instantly, when we punch in your birthday, we get your whole profile in, like, ChatGPT. We need that shit. We need the ChatGPT result. You know your power, Joshua? What's your power, baby? Now I'm getting your ass. What's your sign? Don't let me pull up your chart and get in your business on this live. No, I ain't gonna do that. I know. What's your power, boo? Tell me about your superpower. I like a man who can talk some shit now. What's your superpower? Where he at? Where he go? Oh, he done dropped them digits. You a Virgo? 1966. Okay. Somebody add them numbers up. 24/8/1966. I'm going to read just off of that. 24/8. First of all, you were 6, so you Venus, honey. You were born on the 26th, born on the 24th, breaks down to Venus, whatever Venus is doing in your chart. You need love. You need harmony. You need to be in the house. You need to always have your address add up to a 6, and you have a beautiful home each and every time. You a family man. You here to... Well, how many numbers you putting up here, Joshua? That ain't the number. Who put the 26? Who is that? Hey, Chrissy. Hey, baby. 31488. Now I need all of it. Okay, 14. You were 5. You working with that Mercury energy. Somebody add up 3141988 for me so we can get in Joshua's business. Who pinned that up there? I got mods. Shit, I didn't even know I got. Shout out to my mods, whoever you is. Thank you for being here, baby. I just be running my mouth. I don't be knowing what's going on. Pisces. You little confused, codependent ass. You drink, you be getting drunk, or you on drugs? Which one? Did you kick the habit? You always playing the victim? Or you acting like the savior? I know you ain't faithful. You cheat on your wife. I'm sorry. You know I'm scandalous. How many girlfriends you got? Pisces men are a mess. They cute, they fine, they all of that, and they very good in the boudoir. But they need a mama. Now, if you looking for a little boy, not a little boy, no disrespect. If you looking for somebody that's good in the boudoir, but you got to take care of his ass, you got to make a bottle, you got to change his diaper, you got to take care, get you a Pisces. But very artistic, very creative. When they get on the high vibration of Neptune, let me tell you about Pisces. When they tap into the high vibration of Neptune, these are the most divine people that's walking this earth. The most inspirational people, the most artistic people, most creative people. The closer you get to God. Let me tell you, this is why you got to be careful with this thing called God, okay? Because it resonates with the energy of Pisces and Neptune. Okay, now if Pisces hasn't tapped into the high frequency and it's on the low vibration, honey, these are the whores of the zodiac. I'm just saying. Magical whores. They gonna put a spell on your ass. See, he a boy too, so he got the magic wand. And he probably know how to use it very well and put a spell on you. Where you at, Joshua? Now, ladies, don't be in Joshua's inbox. Ask him what he eat, what his diet like, because you don't want them little crazy things in there. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody gave their birthday, their time of birth. Baby, I ain't doing all that tonight. That's a lot of work. You want to book an astrological consultation with me? Go ahead and hit the link in bio. I get you right now. Anybody had a consultation with me? Put a quad in the chat if you ever had a consultation with me. I'm gonna get you right, and I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna calibrate you, recalibrate you, so you can walk in your divine purpose. And I asked you to give me a contact back about 2 to 3 months to see if you did any of the shit you were supposed to do. And if you still complaining here and hard, that's your ass. I don't care no more. That's free will choice that you've made. You tapped in? Okay. All right. Oh, well, let's go now. Let's go ahead. High priest. Because Pisces is also the high priest if he's tapped in. All right. He should know every frequency on every level because he's the encompassed of all 12 signs in the zodiac. He has become the last sign. That means he has gathered the wisdom to know. He can see beneath the veil. He stays in the subconscious mind, in the state of meditation, right? In the state of the astral realm. He can commune with the spirits, right? The high priest, the opposite sign is Virgo. So Virgo does the rituals and the medicine while the high priest or the high priestess executes these things, right? So if he's tapped in metaphysically, then he should be on a very high spiritual journey and still expressing it through his artistic side, whether through song, through dance, through music. He has to resonate on the high vibrations, Pisces. I get on Pisces a lot because many of y'all ain't living up to your high expectations of being a high priest or a high priestess. I'm all confused and dazed with that Neptune. Always need something to take. You escape. You don't like the reality. You don't like anything harsh or ugly, right? So you use escapism. And also how you can channel that is through photography, through film, through pictures. This is your wheelhouse. You know what I'm talking about? He said, I'm tapped in. You better be tapped in with your 58-year-old ass. Oh, shout out to Joshua. Thank you for being here, honey. I appreciate y'all. Cancer man, there you go with your no face having prisoner numbers attached to it. User 18721234, whatever that. You want the good side or the bad side? Or the challenging side of Cancer, man. Which one? Tell me what you want. Oh, who born on a 4th of July? Shout out to the serious baby. Astro King, baby. You are a serious baby. What I mean by serious, I'm talking about SIRIUS, the constellation, the Sirius star system where we from. For those who don't know. Cancer goddess, shout out to the great mothers in the house. Now, we got a low side too, Cancers. Now, crabby ass, moody ass, munchy ass Cancers. Always got the munchies. Always need a snack. Always need something in your mouth. That's why I won't be drinking this damn tea. Always emotional, waterheads will cry at the drop of a dime, but you mess with our food or our money and we gonna beat your everlasting ass up and down the street. Them pincers we got, get a hold of that ass, we gonna clip your neck off. Don't mess with Cancers. You see them claws on the Cancer? Cancer just sitting there like, come here. I ain't gonna chase you, just come here. Bring your ass over here. I'm not going to chase you. Cancers don't chase. You're not supposed to. You water. You the moon. You're magnetic. You attract. All you got to do is sit there in that water, wade in that water and wait. Just say, bring your ass over here. Come over here. You ain't got to go chase nothing. That current going to bring it right on to you. That's why you see the crabs in the water, they just going sideways like this. They already see what they want. They said, I know you intrigued. Come on over here. Bring that ass on over here. But you piss us off, we gonna snap your neck off. But very protective. You want to know what a home is like? Get you a Cancer. We could turn a cave into a castle. Yes, we can. We rule the home, family, home life, land, gardening, food, restaurants, hotels, Airbnbs. All of this stuff belongs to us. That's our domain. You know what I'm talking about? You want to know what a home is like? Get you a Cancer. Man or woman. Man or woman. Look at it. That's not Taurus. You want to know what getting some money is like? Get you a Taurus. A Cancer with a Taurus, honey. Cancer, Taurus say, here, baby, here's the money. We gonna make, this home gonna be lavish out here. And Taurus is gonna be like, yeah, baby, I got the big old nice couch, put my feet up. Because Taurus is gonna go out. Taurus rules the work environment and money. Go out there and get that bank and go get you a Cancer, honey. You were gonna have honey, you be like, can I work from home? I want to work from home. I don't ever want to leave the house. That's that. Okay, honey. I've been looking for a Taurus for a long time. My North Node is in Taurus on the West, honey. I've been looking for a Taurus. But the right one, because I'm picky. The guy is a picky. But honey, you get you the right Taurus, a Cancer and a Taurus, that's the moon and Venus. Talk about a match made in heaven. What? That water over that earth, that's fertile earth. Taurus is fertile earth. You got to grow something on that land. It ain't barren land like Capricorn. No disrespect to the Capricorns. But you were earth sign, but you cold. You at the office all day, managing, overseeing. Got to be recognized and known and looked at. But sexy, though. Most Capricorns are very sexy. Taurus, too, once they learn how to control their diet, though, because they can be a little plump. Just saying, because you like the good life. Virgos, all signs could be beautiful, no disrespect, but Virgos love to work just to work. Another earth sign. That's the medicine earth. That's where you grow your herbs and shit. Virgos, get you a Virgo. You want to get into herbs and medicine and healing arts, and they're going to take very good care of you. And they're going to say, I love you, and we're going to have our intimate days on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 6 and 8. I'm going to add you to the schedule. Virgos be on that kind of shit. Virgos be on that kind of shit. They on that type of time. I'm talking about precision, analytical. You need Virgos in your life to make shit run properly, efficiently. Right? But, real talk, like if anybody got Venus and Virgo in the 6th house, or you got Venus in the 6th house, which is Virgo's house, they said those are your women of the night. But I'm not, because they working. They the toot and beep. Donna Summer, bad girl. Talking, hey, mister. You got a dime. You got Venus in the 6th house. You on some toot and beep. I'm just saying. Just saying. For those who know, who know. For those who know, who know. For those who know now, baby. We talking this Astro Talk, after dark Astro Talk. Lord have mercy, they gonna get me in trouble. Quad ones. We missed the 111. I'm in Central Time, so I don't got the 111 yet. I'm on 112. You want a natal chart? I don't call it reading. I'm gonna say consultation, because I'm gonna consult your ass. Hit me up. Link in bio, baby. Link in bio. Link in bio, boo. Link in bio. Entertainment purposes only. Thank you, boo. Who said that? Y'all need now. I can't. Queen. I'm gonna call you Queen because I can't remember all that shit. No, don't do that. 8:30 in Cali. Shout out to Cali in the building. Shout out to Atlanta in the building. All right, for where you at right now? Put where you at. Where you from? Where you at? I used to be a hippity hoppity back in the days. What's your sign? Put your sign in the chat. But if you a Scorpio, we're going to get into the Scorpio. Put a Scorpio. We at 1111. Put the quad ones up. You a Scorpio. Put them Scorpios up. Wherever you at right now, put that city and state up. Represent who you are, where you represent. Now, remember, I haven't done this in a while. If you know you organic to this earth, put the suns up. Put the suns up. Put the suns up. Put the suns up. If the earth is your country, if the earth is your country, put them globes up. Put them globes up. Everybody, look at all the old people that's in here over 50 looking on their phone. Where's the globe? I love y'all. Love y'all. Put them globes up. Put them globes up. Now, if you know you and your people ain't come here on no slave ship, that you organic to this land, your ancestors been here when we came out the ground, put them feathers up. Put them feathers up. Put them feathers up. Put them feathers up. Normally I got a feather around here. Put your feathers up. Shout out to everybody in the building. Soul Tribe in the house. Soul Tribe in the house. Put the suns up if you're a part of the Soul Tribe. Soul Tribe's in the building. Soul Tribe's in the house. Say what? Now, I don't care what color you are, what age you are, whatever. You got to fit in one of them damn categories now.
The MahMah Tea only calling out for the other people.
Everybody, you organic to this earth, you better put them globes up. You know you ain't come here on no ship, you better put them feathers up. You know the earth is your country, baby, you better put them globes up. You feel me? Put all of them up, all three. You check all them boxes, put all of them up. Gosh darn it, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to everybody. Who is it, Delete? Girl, Delisha and K, thank you, boo, for pinning that on here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, girl. I love all my people that be helping me out, because I'm telling you, I just be on here freestyling. Folks be on lives like it's a job. I don't know how to read off a script and tell people to do this and this and that. I'm just on here with y'all. And I love those of y'all who know what to do in there. Thank you, because I don't know what to do. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody in the building. 406 people in the house. Look, we gonna get in. What y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to talk? We're gonna get into some more astrology. After dark astrology. I'm telling you, astrology rules everything. We could talk about. You pick a topic and it's governed under a sign or a planet. Even the parts of the body. Even your chakras are aligned to planetary energy. Let me tell you how you can rock this thing. People say, oh, your chakra is blocked. Right? You got a blocked chakra. The vortex, it's not spinning right. All you need to know is the color and the frequency of it, and it resonates with a planetary energy. Every planetary energy resonates with a day of the week. Throughout the day, they have planetary hours. Every hour of the day resonates with a planetary energy. You get in alignment. Let's say you got root chakra issues. That's Mars. No, I'll say Saturn. Right? A lot of people think the root is Mars. I would say the root is more the sacral, because Mars is ruled by Pluto. Mars is ruled Scorpio. And Scorpio rules the gonad area, right? Where the reproduction is, and it's right behind that sacral chakra. This is why the sacral chakra deals with creation, right? So you want to tap into that energy on a Tuesday. And then you want to get the planetary crystal that works with Mars. That's bloodstone, right? So when you tapping into the sacral, now if you're dealing with the root chakra, I say that's Saturn. So you're going to get black stones like onyx and tourmaline, and you're going to work with this energy on a Saturday. See what I'm saying? And you just keep going up the line. And you just understand. So now you're getting into the solar plexus. Well, that's the sun. You want to work with that energy with clear quartz on a Sunday or in the sun hours. All right. Then you're going up to the heart chakra. What do you think that is? That's Venus. So you want to start working with rose quartz or emeralds, right? On a Friday. You could start tapping into that energy there. Then you're going to get to the throat chakra, right? Now the throat chakra, we know that's Mercury because it's to speak, to talk, your communication. So you're going to, I always forget this stone for Mercury. One is emerald and the other one is a yellow stone. I keep forgetting the name of that stone. But you want to work with that chakra on a Wednesday. You can even start wearing the colors that day that reflect that day. And you get up to the third eye. That's the indigo. Right? Now you're dealing with Neptunian energy or Jupiter. Lapis lazuli. Right? Because Jupiter also rules. Jupiter works with Neptune energy. And then you get to the crown, and also that could be, you could tap in, that's Neptune as well, dealing with aquamarine or amethyst energy. No, it's not citrine. It's not citrine. I always forget this stone until I see it. It's not citrine. Oh, I can't stand when I forget. Let me see if I can pull it up. I cannot stand that. It really irks me with myself. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick. No. Agate is one. Peridot. But that's not the stone I'm looking for either. Emerald, I know emerald is definitely one. Agate, yellow agate. It's something. It's not just. It's not. I can never remember the name of this freaking stone. No, it's not stone. Is it carnelian? No. Yellow jasper. And I have it around. I'm sorry, guys. I should know this. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get this because I hate when something gets the best of me. Well, emerald is the main stone. Oh, they're not giving it to me. Now, anytime I can pull this shit up. It's not citrine. Citrine works with Jupiter. Calcite. I think it's calcite. It's calcite. Calcite. So, all this to say, astrology taps on everything you see in existence because it's going to resonate with the planet, and that planet resonates with the sign. So all you have to do is put that puzzle together, and you create your own tonics with it, your own medicines with it, your own rituals with it, the days you do certain things, because that's why you get into alignment. It's how you get into planetary alignment, and then you activate that frequency within you, because you are a part of this thing, regardless if you believe it or not. You in this piece, you are part of it. So why not take advantage of the energy and harness it for yourself, because you allowing other people to harness you with it. This is how you take your power back. It's all energy, and it's all around you, and it's freely available to you. Yellow. yellow calcite. Yellow is the color of Mercury. Yellow candles on Wednesdays, when you say your affirmations, because Mercury rules words, speech, speaking, talking, writing things down. Like all of this is all harnessed the pen. Why do you think Tahuti, right? Everyone talks about Thoth or Tahuti. Tahuti is the headdress of the quill that represents the pen game. Hence the emerald tablets, right? Think about it. Tahuti wrote the emerald tablets. Emerald is the stone of Mercury. Tahuti resonates with the Mercury energy, the messenger of the gods. You look at Mercury, right? The wings on his feet and shit. It's the messenger. It brings forth the word. It speaks things into existence. Let there be light. You speaking it into existence. This is why you have to be careful of the things you say. Because the first form of resonance, we used to say manifestation, but of manifesting something is first is thought, which is Mercury. It rules the thoughts. And then through the thoughts, you speak it into existence or you write it on paper. Now imagine if you start tapping into this energy and you did it on Wednesdays or in Mercury hours, or when Mercury, you look at Mercury, let's say you wanted to manifest or you wanted to resonate on money. Everybody wants money, right? You would wait until Mercury is either doing one or two things. It's making an aspect to your Venus in your chart, or it's making an aspect to Venus in the sky. And if it does that on a Wednesday or a Friday, and you start writing these things down into existence, now you're working with the frequency within its jurisdiction, and it has to reverberate because it's you're tapped in. And watch what manifests for you. You know what I'm talking about? That's how you use these things. You know what I'm talking about? That's how you get down with the get down. Money is not... So, okay. Neptune rules longevity. It's also with Saturn. Neptune is more the imagination, right? Neptune deals with... you talking about bringing it into the physical form. Neptune is everything in the spiritual realm. Now, if you connect Neptune to Venus, now that's long money, or that's money. That's money that has longevity attached to it. You see what I'm saying? Turned on and tapped in. Go ahead, Roz, baby. You're going to learn something with MahMah Tea today, honey. You're going to learn a little something here. We don't pull from the spiritual realm. Where you pull from then? The mental realm. Where you pull from to bring it into the physical realm? Where do you pull from then? How to work with crystals. However you choose to. Depending upon what crystal you're talking about, right? Because you got to understand the meaning of the crystal and what planet it resonates with. Then you learn how to use that particular crystal. So let's say you need grounding, right? You feeling anxiety all over the place. You want black crystals because black resonates with Saturn. And Saturn, the metal of Saturn is lead, and lead is heavy. So that brings grounding. You see what I'm saying? Mental is conception. It didn't materialize yet, right? It didn't. Physical will be things that's connected to the earth. Yeah, we do pull. Oh, you said don't we? I didn't understand your question. Of course you have conception is mental, right? The thought comes from where? It comes from the ethers. Right? Into the etheric realm. Then you get your conscious thought. And from there, you can either speak it into existence or you write it into existence. You have to pull from one realm and place it into another. You see what I'm talking about? Shungite, it's more like a mineral, isn't it? But still, you can still use it either way. Shungite is more good with electromagnetic. It creates a field, and you got to make sure you get the right shungite because it needs to leave residue on your hands. That's why I get raw. If you're gonna deal with shungite, you want to deal with it in the raw form because people are putting coatings on it and this and that. So what do you think you're doing with the energy when you trap it in a coating? See what I'm saying?
What about lemons?
Lemons resonate with Mercury, right? Lemons are, well, depends on what you're doing with it, right? Because the acid from the lemon strips and it cleanses, it cleans, it clears. So then you could be using that like a lemon bath. Now, I ain't trying to get into the shamalama ding dong now. Y'all gonna have to book a session because there's some things I don't put online. It's not for everybody. Because you got users in here with no pictures and a bunch of prison numbers at the end going like this. No. Mm-mm. Everything ain't free. Hence my North Node in Taurus. I know me. I know me. I know me. And don't feel no damn kind of way about how y'all feel about how I feel about it. That part, that's right. The agents always in here. I'm trying to convert them. So when you come in here, agents, you going to get converted. You're like, I'm supposed to be in here spying on MahMah Tea. She done got me hooked. Shit, fuck y'all. You quit their job. Come back on home over here with us. We going to infiltrate them. Y'all, I keep telling y'all, be careful when you come up in here. You not going to leave the same. And that's a promise. You come up on in here, honey, you gonna walk out different. They gonna brief y'all about you. Now, okay, now listen, you're gonna go on MahMah Tea Live. Now listen, you stay on course. Don't forget the mission. Don't let her talk you out the mission. Remember the mission. Honey, you been here for about 20, 30 minutes. You're gonna be like, so mama, what about this, that, and the other? And I'm going to tell you. Mm-hmm. How many of y'all came in here, agent, and you left out a comrade? One of the comrades. You done turned into a double agent out here. I have that effect on people. Always had. I didn't even know that was one of my superpowers. I'm drinking my Blue Lotus Wellness. No, it ain't called that no more. I'm drinking, I gotta be careful because they think I'm promoting shit, and I'm not. I'm drinking this. Click link up there. This is, I call it now my Blue Lotus Magic Tea. It's my Blue Lotus Magic Tea, honey. You got that, boo? That's some good stuff, ain't it? Mm-hmm. For those who know. Put the quads in the room. Put the quad wands up. Put the quad wands up. If you know, you know. Put the quad wands up. We got to check in before this frequency leaves today. Put the quad wands up. Shout out to the quad wands. I appreciate y'all for being here. All my mystics. Shout out to the mystics. All right now. Shout out to my mystics in the building. I love y'all. I do. I like when my peeps come in here. We have a grand old time, don't we? I ain't even play no music. Is it time to play some music? It's going to be tough. Don't y'all got to go to work tomorrow? What's today? I don't even know what day of the week it is sometimes. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I drink a lot of water and I drink a lot of tea. I don't eat a lot of stuff. I changed my diet well over 20 years ago. And because I was going to the doctor and they was catching the vapors, honey. They were just trying to pimp me out. And I was like, I'm not doing this no more. So I had to learn how to heal myself. And it all starts with what you put in your mouth. And that's the one thing we all got total control over, is what you put in your mouth. And what come out of it too. Kinda. Because I'm still trying to control what comes. Sometimes it just hop out. I'm like, oh shit, did I say? I can't take it back. But so I just try to cancel it if I say something. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. I don't ever think I am too big to say I'm sorry or I was wrong. Because I try to kill the ego. That ego will fight you. But it's the shadow. And many people are so egotistical, they never want to admit when they're wrong. They want to make an excuse for it. And that's just not realistic, because no one is perfect. We live in an imperfect world, and that's what makes it perfect. The imperfections of things. If I could control what come out, honey, I know. That's a lifelong journey. Because when I get ticked off, honey, this mouth get the AK-47. It go off on its own. I said, oh shit, I look around, everybody on the floor. I'm sorry, baby. Get on up off the floor. I got to be reviving, giving people mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and shit. It used to be bad when I was younger. Ooh. I got Pluto and Uranus conjunct in the 3rd house, so you can imagine. My poor ex-husband, honey, he used to get the business. You hear me? He used to get the business from me with his cheating act. I'm going to talk about him because I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm so over it. He wish he had me back, though. I know he do. That nigga washed up now. I talked about his ass before. He washed up. Now I looked at him and I said, ooh. I told you to stop eating that shit 20 years ago. He looked like 100 years older than me. And you know I got Moon and Scorpio, so revenge is sweet. Okay, I'm going to stop being bad. I'm still working on me. I'm a work in progress. It's always going to be work to be done. I'm being real, y'all. I tell you, I keep it real. I don't care. I really don't care. I used to tell that to my daughter. I don't care. She said, I know you don't care. What you want me to say? I care and I don't? That'd be lying. I promise you, 2 things I'm not. A thief and a liar. You ain't never going to be able to accuse me of being a thief or a liar. May say I'm crazy. May say I'm a B.I. All it may say, whatever it is. But a thief and a liar, you will never be able to call me that. Never. That's a badge that I wear. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to tell it. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell it. It's like when I be telling this stuff, I be talking about some of the stuff I be talking about to the women, because the women need to know. Men be getting mad. I don't care. You might want to step out the room for about 20, 30 minutes. Or maybe for the rest of the show. Because you're going to hate it. I don't care. Because y'all been taking advantage of this shit. But at the same time, you've been used and abused too. You have. You've been thinking that it was all about y'all. It's not. You thought it all began with y'all. It didn't. I was talking about this earlier, about this boy I saw about your body don't belong, all that shit. Ooh. Look here. Women. Time for grown women. Amazons. We had Amazons for that same reason right there. And them Greeks was terrified of them Libyan Amazons. You saw Gaddafi. What you think? Why you think? Who was his security? Don't talk about what happened to him. Who was his security? Who he had on the left of him and on the right side of him? Y'all know Gaddafi. He had them Amazon women security. He ain't trust none of them men. He said, I don't trust y'all. I need some women to protect me. The greatest, fiercest protectors on the planet are women. Especially when it comes to our family and our children. Fierce. We gon' go all the way to all the way. Now, I'm not saying men aren't protectors. I'm not saying none of that. This is what I'm saying. So I'm trying to interject your ass in women business. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we have a different energy when it comes to protecting. Let me tell you, some of y'all men will look at a woman, let me tell you, and watch another man abuse that woman in the street. And you know what y'all say? That ain't none of my business. Yeah, well, that ain't none of my business. You could watch the police beat up on a woman. All you do is pull out your cell phone. Or you could watch a bum beat up on a woman. I saw there was a video, some man beating up on this woman in one of them fast food places. And you just seen a man get out the way. I said, see, this that shit right there. This is what I'm talking about. There's no way in hell. No. Amazons, we need them Amazon women back. Them Amazonian women back. That's the security. That's the militia. We need the Amazonian militia. Because with these fools running around here thinking that they can go ahead and grape you and this and that because they put a puppet in there and you think they ain't swimming yet. Just keep that in mind. He ain't been sworn in yet. Keep that in mind, y'all out here getting all celebratory. Because them charts said something different. And I'm just waiting to see how all this play out for real, for real. What happened if something happened to somebody before somebody take the oath? What happened? What happens? Does anybody know what happened if something happened to somebody before they take the oath? Anybody know? Now, I'm not saying I'm voting for one over the other because I don't vote. I don't have a hat in this race or dog in this fight. But something was weird about whatever this was what we're seeing. But all this to say, because I looked at both of their charts, and both of them have the North Node in Gemini, which I found was really weird. They both had these alignments. Both of them really can't be trusted because both of them liars. Both of them is some lying. You got a Gemini and a Libra. Now on the dot, you know a Libra gonna hop back and forth on that scale. And a Gemini, you don't know who you seeing, which twin is out. This was some weird shit. But anyway, I'm just saying this is what they gave us to work with. That's why I said, I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. Nope. Let me go make my teas. And that's exactly what I did. Thank you, baby, for putting them up. You was a fantastic woman. But they didn't get swung. Okay, you said the VP, but you ain't take the oath. You don't take the position until that day in January. Right? In January. Right? I don't know. I'm just saying. Back to astrology. Stay in my lane for y'all start coming to me with all kind of food. No, I wasn't talking about. I'm talking about the Amazons. I was getting to the damn point. I told you I'm gonna come back. How can I say this without getting y'all up in the tizzy? Well, hell with the tizzy. I'm just gonna say it. You know them women that y'all call masculine women? Y'all call dykes and butches and all of them. Y'all hate them. Them your Amazons. Them your Amazons. Y'all saw the Woman King They was, y'all forgot about the movie The Woman King. Go watch that shit again. And then watch it and read in between the lines. A lot of y'all hated that movie. That movie was dropping it. Y'all hated that shit. Y'all know y'all hated that shit. I was watching some of y'all famous ones or known ones. I love when they tell on themselves. Also, after this ones or known ones, I love when they tell on themselves. Also, after this period that we in now, they telling on themselves. These people is coming out. They feel safe. Now they telling on themselves. These people is coming out. They feel safe to talk the shit. Y'all better be taking notes and passing it to the Amazons. You better be passing it on to the Amazon, honey. Y'all better be like this here. Where my pen at? Y'all better be like, okay. Ooh, they out in front and center, honey. All big and bad with the shit. Y'all better be going like this. Hold on. I'm going to get in character. Here you go, baby. That one right there. Here you go. It's time, honey. It's time. Because those who supposed to protect us, honey, if they haven't been protecting us all this time, and you know what I'm talking about, not the divine masculines. I'm not talking about y'all, so don't get crazy. I'm talking about them other ones, them sons of them other ones. They haven't been protecting us all this time. What makes you think they're going to do it now? It's not in their nature. It's their nature to dominate you and subdue you and take from you. Get your list ready if you in the open state. Just saying. This ain't gonna be everywhere, and I'm you know I don't push no fear. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying it's better safe than sorry. Goddamn, because everybody ain't ascending. Some people don't want to, and they want to keep you right here because they so know that they got more karma to work off. And they know that women are going to be raising up in droves. And that terrifies certain males because they refuse to let nature take its course. They want to dominate and control and subdue nature. But if you look around planet Earth, you call her Mother Earth for a reason. You don't call her Father Earth. You say Father God, wherever that is. But what you standing on is Mama. And she about to show you who her president is. I'm just saying, you see them earthquakes in Jamaica, Cuba, 2-mile wide tornado in Florida today. We're going to find out who really running the earth. Oh, you ain't know that, baby? The 2-mile wide Florida. If you ain't following conscious Jew, see, they not going to show you this shit. The regular news on 2, 4, and 7, back when I was growing up, we only had Channel 2, Channel 4, Channel 5, and Channel 7. And Channel 11. And Channel 13. That was it. We ain't have the gazillion channels you had now. Those were the news channels: CBS, NBC, ABC, your major news stations. Fox 5, remember Fox 5? Now it's just Fox News. Fox 5, they came out in the 80s. And they had all the black shows on there. Y'all go back and do the history. You ain't gonna find the mainstream news telling you a lot of the stuff. That's why we got social media now. And it's being presented in real time. So, and then the news reporter, they said, well, damn, they know now. I guess we can't keep this from their ass. Rewrite the script. We'll announce it at 8. We'll announce it at the 7 o'clock news. AI about to take over the news. AI's going to spit out the weather before it even happened. Let's not hope it gets to that. Fires in New Jersey, that's right. Everything happening everywhere and everybody at the same damn time. But this is, we shifting. We being forced to shift. It's a force that's coming in. The energy is forceful, especially with Scorpio energies, because Scorpio is Pluto and Mars. It has to be forceful before we cross over and get to Jupiter season. But it's gonna, when we think we're in Sagittarius season, we're still actually in Scorpio until we get to like the end or like the middle of January. Then we're gonna start feeling more of the Sagittarian season like in January, really. You think it's Capricorn, but it's really Sagittarius. So learning how to work with the energies of Saturn and Jupiter, right? So this is what we should be doing. We should be learning right now. We're saying it's Scorpio, but we're still really pulling on Libra energy. So we should be learning how to work with Pluto, Venus, Mars, Venus energy. Coming out the dark cycle. Yeah, we getting there. We getting there. That's why you see a lot of stuff coming to the surface, right? We getting there. We're getting there. TikTok is my news too. TikTok is my news, and YouTube is where I learn how to do shit. Do it yourself stuff. All of these hacks. Instagram getting on these little 30-second little hacks on how to do. Like, I did not know you can do all of these things. I love it. That's Aquarius. That's the age of social media is a part of Aquarius energy. The technology that's being used, you're using it on your handheld devices, Mercury. The higher octave of Mercury is Uranus. So Mercury is the instrument that we're using the technology on, but Uranus is the connection that's connecting all of us together. Right? So right now, everyone drop where you're from. This is the first time ever that I'm in real time live on one part of the world, and we got people in California on right now. Cali in the building, Florida in the building. What else we got? Virginia, South Carolina, Atlanta in the building, Nashville, Tennessee. Look, right here, real time, right now, one space on these devices. This is the power of Mercury and the power of Uranus. The power of Gemini, the power of Aquarius, the power of Virgo, the power of Aquarian energy. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. This is the energy. Soon the devices will be so real. I guess that's what they got these big old glasses in, right? You make you be in the multiverse. They're going to have them looking like this. Glasses are going to be looking like that. That's just the technology. It's the age that we're in. The thing is, you can't get lost in that. You're still going to have grounding. This is why in Aquarius, you're going to still have to hold on to Saturn, because Saturn is the natural ruler or the traditional ruler of Aquarius. It's just not going to be all Uranus. Saturn brings the discipline, the structure, the organization, the realism of it, right? The responsibility and the accountability of this technology. You're never going to get away from the traditional rulers of astrology. You're going to have to learn to fuse them. Thanks for the follow, everyone who's following me. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Responsibility, accountability. Saturn. You better embrace Saturn. You bet. That's why certain people call Saturn the Sabbath day, right? Saturday is Saturn's day, Sabbath's day, Saturn, right? That's the day they move away from certain things. They have to show a level of discipline, right? And turn off certain activities and really start going and tapping into whoever it is it did tapping into to honor that energy. Could the earth be flat? I don't know. When you jump off of it, let me know. I'm so horrible. Honestly, I don't know. I've never been off the earth yet. I mean, that I remember. In the spiritual realm, maybe. But on the physical, we are on this. We are on it. Whether it's flat, or round, we're on it. Is it a plane? I think it's a plane. So, you know what? Have you ever seen there's these things that you can have where they're called terra planters? I can't remember what it is. So basically, it's this glass structure that you have plants in. And you grow plants in. What is that called? Terrarium. That's what I think we're in. I think we're in a terrarium. Look that up. That's what I think. We're in a terrarium. Not greenhouse. It's called, somebody put it in the chat, a terrarium. Go look that up. See that, a snow globe. Yeah, a terrarium. That's kind of what I think we're in. Meaning that there is something covering us, and we have a terrain, right? We have a terrain. We're on a terrain. Is it round? Is it flat? Who the fuck knows? We're on it though, right? I don't think anyone has been outside this dome. No, I really don't think so, because we would have been everywhere, right? Don't you think so? Don't you think that people... all right, let's get into some shit. I don't think it was always this way. I think something was placed over us because something came here that wasn't supposed to bring your little ass here. You wasn't supposed to come here. You were told don't come here. All right, let's get into some shit. Classes is in session. There was rules that was in place here on planet Earth. There was things that was in place, and somebody broke the damn rules. Somebody said, listen here, like if you start reading those emerald tablets, there was some things in that emerald tablets where Tahuti left these specific instructions. And it said, all right, I'm going to sleep. And when I wake up and I come back here, and you Mickey Fickers done did everything I said not do. Because there was always this promise of something coming back here, right? They said, oh, Jesus is coming back. Tahuti said he was coming back too. They all say they're coming back. That means that something was here and then left. And it left certain things in place. Like when Mama said, I'm leaving out this house. Don't you be bringing your little fast-ass friends in here. Don't be bringing this one and that one in here. And this and that. You're like, okay, Mama. Okay, Daddy. Okay, whatever. As soon as they left out the door, You called up everybody and said, yo, they left. Come on, whatever. As soon as they left out the door, you called up everybody and said, yo, they left. Come on. And you let some of them badass ones in here. And you left them in here and they tore up, they messed up everything else. And so they said, oh, you want to bring them in here? Shoop, locked us in here with their asses. And it's been hell ever since. Now we got to deal with this ass whooping and this punishment because they told us don't let these folks in the house. And you let the folks all up in the house. Then they took over the house and they said, well, we're going to lock your ass up in there with their ass. We told you not to stay in there with them. Let them be your daddy now. Let them be your mama now. Now everybody trapped in this piece until a certain time when they come and unlock the door. Now the ones that's in here that ain't supposed to be in here, they're the ones that scared the most. Because they know when the real landlords, when mommy and daddy, the real parents come home and unlock that door. I'm going to be the one. I told them not to do it. I told them not to do it. It was that one, and it was that one, and it was that one. They did it. They did it. It was all, and then they gave us these books. It said these books was, you wrote the book, and they made us do all this stuff. And I knew this something wasn't right. And I've been trying to tell them ever since. It was them, and it was them, and it was them. I didn't want the book. I didn't like the book. And I knew something was wrong with that book. Then they made us try to go into your old house, that they took your house because it was free energy in that house, all them things. And they put these little symbols on their house and they said it was the house of God. And they said, if we don't go in here and do this and that, I'm going to tell every damn thing. I'm telling because I'm not going down with y'all. I ain't going down with y'all. I am not going with y'all. And I advise some of y'all not to go with them. I've been telling y'all since I got in here, though, you better leave them right there. Shit. Ain't gonna happen because when mama come home, I am not much. Y'all know what happened when mama come home? Her ass pissed. I already told y'all that story. You mean you still love me? You wasn't loving me before? Told y'all that story. You mean you still love me? You wasn't loving me before? What I do that you say you still love me? Now who was this? Let me scroll back. Who the hell was this? Lou Jack? Oh, Lou Jack. What you thought I was, Lou Jack? This gonna be fun. What you thought I was? Somebody put in the DM with me the other day talking about, I'm different now. I said, define different. Who I'm supposed to be for you? Don't you dare put me in your box. Ever. Because I'm going to rip out that thing like a gremlin. Put me in no damn box. Talk about who in your mind you think I'm supposed to be for you? You think I'm supposed to be for you? I will disappoint you each and every time you try to put me in your box. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't idolize me. Don't put me up on no pedestal. And don't make me out to be something in your imaginary mind that I'm supposed to be for you. Don't hurt yourself. Cause you sure ain't hurting me at all. Don't hurt yourself, baby. Please don't hurt yourself. You better get back into you. Know what I'm talking about? Put a quad in the one if you hear me, honey. Put a quad in the one if you hear me. Put a quad in the ones. Put a quad in the chat. Put a quads in the chat. Goddamn. Be careful. I told you when you come in here, you're going to leave out there, man. I told you. You're completely okay with my... Honey, go disappoint some folks, too. Go disappoint them, too. Shock their asses. Stop being what other people want you to be for them. Be you at all times, honey. All times. Unapologetically you. Who else you gonna be? Go out there and disappoint some folks too. Just by being you. Because then you're gonna find out who your real peoples are. Because they should love you because you. Right? They should love all sides of who you are. Because it's who you, it makes you. Right? It makes you, no, people pleasing well. You got to please you. And that's the thing. See, they say, well, that's selfish. And see, they raised us on this sacrificial lamb shit. We supposed to kill ourselves for you. I ain't being disrespectful. I'm being truthful. They raised you with this conditioning that you're supposed to die for somebody else. But ain't not near one of them dying for you. Not near one of them up in them high places dying for our little asses. Not near one of them up in them high places dying for our little asses. They want us all to die for them, no. They drafting you to fight in their little wars. They doing all kind. They want you to fight on the grid, but ain't not near one. They ass is fighting for you, dying for you, killing them. They gonna look at you like, and word, is you crazy? Shit, you better get the fuck on up out of here with that shit. I ain't down for your ass. They want you to work for them for 75,000 years. Drop a box in the office and you work for them for 75,000 years. You drop a box, you fired. No pension, no retirement, you fired. And you've been loyal to them. Don't want to call off, feeling guilty because you called off. I have never heard such crazy shit. You don't feel like going to work today. I'm going to call off. Oh, and you call off getting the jitters and shit, feeling all butterflies all in your stomach. Call the fuck off. Take that day for yourself. Please. See, y'all got that all. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got it all backwards. How many of y'all know somebody on the job, been on that job for 20, 30 years? The most loyal person, telling on everybody, brown nose and all kind of shit. And they did one thing. And they was gone. Put a quad in the chat if you hear me. Put them quads up. One thing. And they fired their ass. You ain't nothing to these people. When I mean these people, I'm talking about the powers that be. You ain't nothing to them. But you got to be everything to them. You got to break your back, break your neck, sweat, blood, tears, give them your firstborn child, all kind of shit, sacrifice That used to be the code word for everything. You got to sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. What they sacrificing for you? That's how they got us, y'all. This how they got us. They don't, not a day. You said it, baby. Not a, I put a GD up in that piece, honey. You know, I got potty mouth. We can't curse no more. Ain't no children in here. We can't curse no more. We can't say what's on our mind no more. I'm getting so tired of this age. This. I can't wait for Pisces to be over. Anyway, look, I got 11:07 on my clock. We gonna end the show at 11:11 on my end, and so we got a couple more minutes left. I just want to take this time to say thank you so much for rocking out with me tonight on this live. I will be uploading this live on the UBTuber channels. Make sure you subscribe to me on UBTuber just in case you missed it. We're going to upload the full live on there so y'all can go ahead and see me act a fool with everybody. I'll be looking back at some of this stuff. I'll be like, I said all that. Damn, I got to learn how to filter that. Not just the age filter. I got to learn how. Man, hell with that filter. I'm going to say it. Shit. Thank you for everybody who supported the teas. The Blue Lotus, the Blue Lotus Magic Tea. I gotta remember what the new name is. This is a new flavor, honey. We got the peach oolong. We got the mangoes in there. We got mango pieces. We got apple pieces. We got hibiscus. We got rose hips in there. Look, this is a phenomenal tea. I made it with my bare hands. It's my energy being poured in every bag from my hands to your heart being shipped out to you. The batch is empty, is gone. I'm waiting for the next shipment. And I only release it to those on my mailing list. You get the alert first. And when you get it, when it's gone, you got to wait for the next batch. This is freshly made by my hands. The Blue Lotus is shipped in from Sri Lanka. I'm getting the Blue Lotus in, the White Lotus in. I also got the Red Lotus coming. I'm going to be making some amazing blends. I found a passion of mine making these teas is like medicines for me. And it's going to be, hopefully it'll be some form of wellness for you as well. Make sure you subscribe to the mailing list, the VIP mailing list on my website, where you get the notification when it's done. I also have the Wise Elder still available. We got a couple more. This has a couple of the White Lotus flowers in it. So just for people to get a taste of it, to see if you like it, you could dip the whole flower in your tea and taste it that way before I break it up and put it in the blend. All of those who ordered yesterday, they're all in there. They're ready to go. I didn't know the post office was closed today. I was like, where everybody at? It's the holiday. I tell you, I don't be knowing what's going on. Tomorrow, everybody who ordered, they went out Saturday, the first round, and to tomorrow, the rest are going out. And after that, you're going to have to wait. I got a couple on there if you want to order some of the Wise Elder. They're still available. And after that, the next batch ain't going to be ready until the end of the month. So get on that waiting list. I mean, not the waiting list, the VIP list, because you get it announced first before I drop it on social media, okay? So we have 1 minute left. I want to say thank everybody for coming out. I love y'all. Put the quads up, put the feathers up, put the globes up. I give thanks and honor to each and every one of you for being here. And you know what? You got to honor yourself. You got to learn how to put yourself first sometime and put your interests first sometime. As we're in Scorpio season, purge so you can evolve and transform and fly like the phoenix you are. And the phoenix then transforms itself into the eagle. And the eagle is nothing more than Haru. And Haru represents the hero. It's up for you to be your own hero and fly to the highest heights, just like the eagle does. And with that being said, I love y'all. Peace out. 11:11. Throw them quads up. And y'all have a beautiful, wonderful night. All right. Take care and see you next time, baby.